I don't know about all of you, but I'm really looking forward to Paul Wesley's interpretation of James T. Kirk in the next season of Strange New Worlds. When I first saw him in episode 10 of season 1, Quality of Mercy, I had my doubts at first, but as the show progressed, I became very impressed with how, or rather his interpretation of James T. Kirk. I really like how they showed respect for the character, and I think if they keep it along the same lines, even though he's going to be Lieutenant Kirk when he beams aboard in season 2, I really think we could be in for some very good things from Paul Wesley. Just in that one episode, many people were afraid that he would try and do a William Shatner interpretation, but he did Kirk, he made it his own interpretation of the character, and for me, I was quite pleased, and I am looking forward to what we're going to be seeing on June 15th. Now, an article from CBR.com, published by Joshua M. Patton, suggests that it's a big risk, and it is, to bring Kirk on before he would be in charge of the Enterprise. It is a big gamble, but I think we could see something pretty cool coming out of this. Now, one thing that was a concern to me when I first heard that Kirk would be on the Enterprise as a lieutenant was an article that I had found, I think it was from Screen Rant, where they proposed the idea that Kirk and Lana Singh were going to be getting involved with each other. And I said, oh God, that's just what we need right now. We have a younger version of Kirk getting involved with a genetic blood relative of Khan. Hopefully, Screen Rant is wrong on that subject, and that is an area they will not be going down. Wesley, perhaps best known for his turn on the Vampire Diaries, debuted his take on the iconic captain originally played by William Shatner in season 1. However, his character was from an alternate timeline, so it's really not Kirk. In fact, a line from Strange New Worlds season 2 trailer has some fans wondering if this isn't the case for season 2. Appearances, Kirk is seen struggling with what looks like a modern day revolving door, saying, "I'm from space." When questioned by Lana, in Star Trek Voyage Home, Kirk said he was from outer space. Oh, excuse me, he wasn't from outer space. I just worked there. This has fans thinking his second appearance in similarly wrapped up in an alternate timeline. However, it appears in another trailer scene suggests Strange New Worlds will introduce the real Jim Kirk later in the season. This will be the show's biggest risk, even more so than introducing Ethan Peck as Spock, a character defined by the late Leonard Nimoy. On a personal note, when it comes to Ethan Peck, while his interpretation of Spock is okay, I think he forgot that Spock is also half human, and to put a little more feeling into the character would be nice, and maybe that's something that they are going to do for season 2. Maybe he'll start relaxing into the role a little more, because right now it's very, very flat, very dry, and hopefully, again, as I said, he'll relax into the role. Spock's unusual lack of emotion gives Peck room to make his character his own while still making him recognizable. Well, again, I'm going to disagree a little bit there, because he really is completely lacking any emotion, while I understand he's not trying to copy Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy's interpretation of Spock, though, did have more passion with the character, while this version just seems kind of flat to me. Getting back to the article, Kirk is far more connected to his original actor, William Shatner, both in demeanor and performance. I completely agree. In an interview with Variety after the final, Wesley talked about filling Shatner's 2-inch heel boots. I think it's the biggest insult would be to do an interpretation of what William Shatner originated and what people fell in love with. He said, adding such a imitation would be blasphemy. Completely agree here. Just doing another version of Captain Kirk would just not be right. He needs to make it his own, and as I said before, the first appearance we've seen of him so far, I am quite pleased with him. He also implies that Kirk will appear in multiple episodes of season 2. If it if his appearance is again an alternate version of Kirk, that can help him mitigate some of the risk. Shatner's performance as Kirk is as iconic as it gets. Sure, there was the still line delivery, but it's more than that. Kirk was both a commanding presence and a charmer. Definitely was. With a smirk and twinkle in his eye, Shatner's Kirk could crack jokes while facing death and make it all feel believable. As much as Star Trek's various writers are responsible for the characters, Shatner shaped him more than any single artist. Even the moment of his death in Generations, Shatner wanted to make sure Kirk felt like Kirk. Despite the actor being in his 90s, it still feels strange to see another actor play the role. So, with the second season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds set to air on Paramount Plus on June 15th, I'm pretty confident that Wesley's interpretation of Kirk is going to be good. I'm already impressed with what he's done with it so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. So, what do you think about all this? Is this something you're interested in? You're going to watch the second season? As I said, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope to hear from you about it. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think about this, my friends. And until the next time,